Hello, my name is Reverend Dr. Sushmita Mukherjee. I'm a dean here at One Spirit in the first year seminary program. I am also a interspiritual, interfaith companion counselor and a scientist by day. I love images. I have always loved images. I'm very influenced by Carl Jung and the teachings of Jung and Hillman. Darby and I have been actually doing a lot of work together for the past several years. We are classmates from the seminary class of 2017 at One Spirit. We were the class on fire.
I'm Reverend Darby Christopher, and I am a minister who does dream work. I lead workshops on dream work, I lead dream groups, and I also co-facilitate a dream work conference called the Natural Spirituality Regional Gathering. I graduated from the Hayden Institute's Dream Group Leadership Training Program, and I'm currently involved in Stephen Eisenstadt's Dream Tending program. So you can see that I really love dreams and dream work. And I know Sushmita and I are both really excited about this workshop. As she said, we have been working together and we have found it to be a partnership that really works, and that when we work with dreams and images, and in this case also myth and soul collage, we find that the time just really comes alive, that the image that invites us all to kind of push our own boundaries and find our edges and find where our growth edges. And when we do this in community, wow, a lot of energy gets constellated and we find that something new usually happens.
Darby and I, we have been doing 2 dream circles at One Spirit a month, and we have different people who show up. Many people have been working with dreams for years, others have never worked with a dream, and it's always exciting what happens in the group. So this is our opportunity to push this work further by not only working with nighttime dreams, but also with world myths. And world myths are sometimes thought of as communal dreams. When a community dreams, it is a myth. So I'm a certified SoulCollage facilitator. And SoulCollage is a really beautiful methodology or a practice. One of the jokes that we often say is that anybody can be an artist when they're doing SoulCollage, because you don't have to be able to draw, but you have to have appreciation for images. It's a very simple modality where you pick images from magazines, advertisement, or online, you print them out. And then there's a process of cutting out those images, placing them on a different background, as if you're taking them from their original home and putting them in a new home. And then we really allow, instead of us trying to interpret what that soul collage card is saying, we let the images speak. So often a soul collage work entails something like, I am one who. So let's imagine that a card has a picture of a hawk as its foreground image. So it's the hawk that will speak. I am one who sees large vistas. I am one who has sharp vision, and so on and so forth. So amazing things can happen. And here we're applying these technologies, whether it's dream, whether it's myth, or soul collage, to understanding what does that word God mean for us? What is divinity? What does divinity look like for us? What does it feel like for us? What does it invoke and provoke in us? And we really want to push that boundary. So we all have some form of God image that we're comfortable with, and others we are not. So this will be our opportunity to kind of really play with what can and cannot be an image of the divine.
Things that we're tempted to leave out of our definition of what is sacred and what is divine, those are the places that we find, if we can invite ourselves to be a little uncomfortable or to lean in a little bit, into those spaces, that we really can expand our own capacity to hold life's contents. In the dream work portion of the day, we will do some group projective dream work process, but I might also invite us into some other creative ways to work with our dreams.
One of the things that I was thinking about is who will benefit from this workshop. And I think anybody who loves images, who works with images, or who feels drawn to those things that cannot yet be put into words. One of the things we hope we will learn is how an image is a living entity. And the more we tend an image, the more we sit with and circumambulate an image, it comes more and more alive. And then when we do that in community, where there are other people for whom that image might mean a different thing, that in itself is very powerful. Again, going back to that example of the hawk, a hawk could mean so many different things to so many different people, depending on their culture, their tradition, what stories they grew up hearing. Our hope is that at the end of these 2 days together, that we'll leave with a deeper appreciation for the image. What could the divine mean for ourselves and for someone else? Because sometimes conflicts happen just because our definition of what we understand as divine is very different. And also, how an image can be reverenced and even maybe admired, loved, and what can come out of that kind of exchange and interaction with an image.
And I too hope that people will leave with a sense that images can challenge us, they support us, they comfort us, they really go with us as our friends and guide and to support us. And so I really hope people will leave with that sense of trust in the image and really gratitude also for images that show up in our lives.
When we romance an image, it's that love making between us and the image, us and the divine, and what can come up in that space of vulnerability, of openness, of real engagement. That's our hope.
Please join us.
Please join us.